Recently, I did a Facebook Live interview with my friend Kevin Kauffman, my business partner at eXp Realty, on a little quick discussion we had about the 2-year anniversary of us moving our team to eXp Realty. And so just thought I would share it with you. Hi, I'm Lowry with the Lowry team and eXp Realty. And in this video, it's not terribly long, don't remember exactly how long it was, maybe 15 minutes-ish. We just talk about some of the big impacts that we've seen on our business over the course of the last 2 years in moving and joining up with eXp Realty. So I hope you enjoyed the interview. Check it out here.
All right, we're live. Mr. Eric Lowry, how are you doing, my man?
I'm good. Kevin Kauffman, how are you?
Dude, I'm doing so good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So, Eric, I'm glad here we are a year after the last time you and I did a Zoom like this when it was a 1-year update. And now you and I are now talking. It's January of 2022. We're doing a 2-year update. So 2 years ago, Eric, you moved your real estate sales business. You and Lisa moved your real estate sales business over to eXp Realty. First things first, tell me about your team. Just for those who don't know you yet or don't know you as well, give us the makeup of your team and kind of where you're at and production-wise, things like that.
Awesome. Sure. So we are in the Cincinnati, Ohio. That's kind of our core market, the Cincinnati, Ohio market. We also operate in the Dayton, Ohio market. There are two cities that are pretty close together. It's probably 25 minutes or so, 30 minutes apart. But we definitely operate in, so really now when you say where are we, we're really Southwest Ohio as opposed to the city. We are at, I think we're 11 team members plus 2 virtual assistants at the moment. We have several people in the queue that are coming on to be joining us. So we'll be growing by a couple, 3 more here very shortly. And definitely by the end of the first quarter, we'll probably be more in the 15 to 17 range in terms of team members. And that's cool. I mean, that's part of the growth of our business for sure. But we're not just looking for we're not just trying to slap on more agents. We're looking for people who are, really, interested in growing, learning, achieving, doing more, seeking a level of success in real estate. We just finished 2021. We finished the biggest year we've ever had in real estate. It wasn't as big as maybe I hoped, to be honest and transparent. Still the biggest, not unhappy about it, but, big goals and pushing the envelope. We didn't get everywhere we wanted to be. But we have some really cool stuff in play for the first quarter that we're getting ready to launch. That's really going to be big for our business and for our people in this quarter. I'm super excited about that.
Awesome. Well, let's just start here, Eric. It's 2 years later. So let's go back in time 2 years. Why?
Okay.
Why did you make the decision? Why did you decide to move the Lowry team over to eXp Realty in the first place?
Such a good question. And, honestly, I was just thinking about this a couple of weeks ago. I knew we were coming up on our anniversary. You and I hadn't really talked about doing this yet, but I was really thinking about that. And what I've really come to understand more now today than ever is that I was really looking for a place where I could be in our team, but I could be in alignment with the brokerage and how I thought about real estate. That I wasn't in a place where I thought we were in good alignment prior. I don't know that I'd ever really been. You see, I guess, what do I mean by that? I believe the real estate agent is, we're the boots on the ground, the transactions, the clients. This business is built around us. I never believe that it's the brokerage that makes us successful. I'm the real estate guy. I believe in the agent, right? And I believe that real estate agents should build their own businesses, not the business of someone else. And when I really listened to you 2 years and a couple months ago, when I really listened to you about eXp and what you and Fred were doing and some others, I realized that alignment was there with that. And so at the end of the day, I had to make sure it was good for our people, and it was. In fact, one of my agents today on a call we were on said it was the best move we ever made. 2 years later, one of our guys said that. Awesome. I didn't prompt him, he said it, which is super cool. But it was that alignment part. That was a big deal for me, because I truly believe us real estate agents are the foundation of this business.
It's the thing that sticks out to me is I'm a firm believer in It's pretty simple. eXp is the only company that respects the future of us as real estate agents. That's what I believe.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
what I think when you just said what you said, that's what I heard, right? That was a reminder to me. But
Yeah, I mean, I believe, sorry to interrupt you, but let me just add on to what I think you meant was, I believe that real estate doesn't have to be single dimensional for the agent. In other words, it's incredibly rewarding to help people with their moves, buying and selling. And, it's how we earn our living. We make a commission when we sell a home. We're in real estate sales. But I don't think that has to be all for the real estate agent. Most of the industry would have us believe as agents, that's all there is. And yet at eXp, it's a model that gives us other ways, ownership in the company through stock awards and purchase plans and through revenue sharing. When we help other people grow, we're rewarded. So it's a multi-dimensional opportunity. That's a big deal to me too, not gonna lie.
yeah, well, I mean, the industry is kind of built on keeping the little kids at the little kid table and but making them believe that they're at the big kid table when they're not. And so that doesn't
And
with
I'm just
anybody.
not okay with that.
Yeah, same. Okay, but let me ask you this, because it certainly hasn't been all sunshines and rainbow.
Right.
Tell me, like, has there been a part that's been bumpy? Like, have you had problems?
Oh, that's a good question. Nothing honestly comes to mind. Some people would say, oh, the broker support with this virtual model. Well, not a knock against anyone else, but we have the best broker support we've ever had. I've been in real estate 23 and a half years. We have the best broker. We have fantastic broker support. So it wouldn't be that. To be honest, Kevin, nothing comes to mind. I mean, that's, from the outside looking in, somebody might say, oh yeah, sure. But I don't know what it would have been, to be very honest.
It's always a surprise. I would say, there's problems everywhere, right? Every single brokerage, you're going to have some. One of my friends said, he's like, good news. You have problems at your brokerage. We have problems too. We just, we end up a lot better off for it, for solving those problems. Right. So nothing's ever perfect. And to your point, I've never in my, 14, coming up on 15 years in May, experience in real estate, I've never had better support from my brokerage, like broker team, broker staff, stuff like that. I've never experienced better support, including when I owned the franchise. So, but that's for another day. Okay. So let me ask you this question, Eric. What's turned out to be better than you expected? Like, what was a pleasant surprise for you?
The pleasant surprise, I think I've said this before, is one of them at least was I didn't put a lot of stock in the stock. Like when we made the decision, it was not really on my radar. I knew about it. Of course, you'd explained it to me, but we didn't move because of that. But it has been a fantastic opportunity. And, you and I both know stocks go up, stocks go down. That's a thing for the whole world, not just in real estate, not just in, for us, but that opportunity to be an agent owner is, it was something I didn't place as much emphasis on as I probably that I feel now. A big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference. That would be one for sure.
All right, man.
Yeah. The other one probably, I guess the other one I would just add on to that. Sorry to interrupt you,
no.
But one you and I have been knowing each other for a while. We've collaborated business-wise for a while, even before I came to eXp. You were my coach for quite a while, right? I wrote you a check every month, right? And that was all good.
And
but
you didn't ask for it back, so I'm doing okay.
Right. Yeah. So the amount of collaboration and exposure to new and bigger ideas, I knew that was going to be a thing here. I don't think I didn't know how big that was going to be.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I think that's been a big surprise for probably everybody. Last question. I saved this one for last because for me, it's the funniest. You've heard me, I'm certain, bring this up in the past, but dude, when we talked about eXp, when I first went to eXp, which was 18 months before you did, and then 17 months later, you reach out to me and you say, hey, I see you guys are rolling out healthcare. Is it any good? And I'm thinking like, are you really asking about I actually said to you, like, Eric, do you really care? Because I didn't know anything about it. I knew that we had announced it, but because you asked me, I went and I set an appointment. I learned about it, and I can give my story, but I don't want to talk about my story, but I went and learned about it. I ultimately started using it. But so healthcare was the question that you asked me. And I thought, truthfully, Eric, I'm like, why is he asking me this? Like, he doesn't actually care about it. But I'm going to let you pick up that story. When I say that to you, what comes to mind?
Oh, well, first I laugh because you always bring it up that way. But first it was, and I actually saw the statistic recently, maybe you and I even talked about this, like 34% of real estate agents don't have health care. That was a National Association of Realtors stat. Maybe that's even understating it. I forget what the real number was, but it wasn't less than that. It was at least that much. But we had it, but it cost a fortune. So initially when we moved to eXp, we were saving, $9,000 to $10,000 a year on our healthcare premiums. I think you had a similar story. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you were similar. So it's just a huge savings, and that's all well and good until you need it, and then it's really like important, right? Like the savings is awesome, but when you need to use the insurance, it's a big deal. And we recently, we did. Lisa and I had to use the insurance. She had a little fall, and she had a fall and broke her arm pretty badly. And, I don't know what the final total was going to be for the whole thing. So I don't want to overstate it, but one of the nurses at the doctor's office said it was probably going to be a $30,000 bill for the operation and all. And I had to write a check for $1,000.
Wow.
So the insurance is pretty legit, man. Like, that's a big deal. Now, I could have written the check for the full amount if I'd had to. I didn't want to. And like, for real, that's a big deal. And that's, it's a good story. It was a funny story, not the part how I approached you with it, because clearly it was just a way to, it was a way to just open that conversation. It's not funny about the fall part, but, thank goodness that we had that. That was a blessing that we had, the healthcare. It's an opportunity for a lot of people, obviously. Hopefully people are taking advantage of it.
Yeah, no doubt. It's awesome. All right, man. And, I'll echo that. Just, for us, my family, we'd save north of $750 a month on the premiums alone, and have saved quite a bit of other out-of-pocket expenses too. So very similar story. And it's been amazing how cool that is. As we sign off, is there any last thing that you want to share, or something else I should have asked you about your first couple of years of experience here at eXp, and maybe what you're looking forward to here as you start the third year with eXp Realty in our group?
Yeah, I think the one thing I'm looking forward to is us being able to be in person more, right? Like we were fortunate in November to be at eXpCon, and you and Fred put on that private mastermind that one day, which was like, it was worth way more than I paid to get into it. Oh wait, I didn't pay to get into it, but it was awesome. That was one of the best small group mastermind events I've ever been at, and so I'm definitely looking forward to us being able to do more of that, whether it's at an eXp event or I come see you guys in Arizona, or maybe, just maybe, put you on the spot here, just maybe we get Kevin and Fred to come do one of those events in Cincinnati soon.
Good chance of that. I think we had a really good chance of that happening.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that a lot. Like, just to be able to do those kinds of things, because that's really where the power of that collaboration in our group comes together. When you get a group of people who are super smart, who are trying to achieve things in a room and they're sharing, man, that's seriously powerful.
Dude, it cannot be beat. I said this to a friend of mine the other day. When you put smart people in a room, and this is the premise for every mastermind I've ever put together, and I've done a lot of them. When you put smart people in a room and set the context of sharing an open environment, and then you let those smart people be the smart people in the room, magic happens every single time. And we've got that going for us in our group. And, it's just a testament to the people like you, Franklin's and Bob Sophia, and so many others that we've been able to all partner with here and surround ourselves with to help us all get better. So absolutely. Looking forward to doing more of that, and looking forward to another update next January, man.
Absolutely. It's good
All right,
to see
guys.
you.
We'll see you next time. Talk to you soon.
So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you'd like to know more about what it looks like to partner with us at eXp Realty, you can either click the link above here on our YouTube page. It's agentfreedomplan.com. There probably is going to be a little link here down below in the comments on YouTube, or feel free to send me a direct message, shoot me an email, reach out via social media. I'd love to chat with you, talk to you more about what it looks like to partner with us at eXp Realty. Talk to you soon.